Hey YouTube, Team Rebirth here with Kenny, aka Swirl, showing off his Shaddoll deck profile that he has won not just the last two sneak peeks with, but many of the last few locals with. You want to go ahead and show it off?
Yeah, sure. I guess we'll start with the main deck. This deck has good matchups against like every meta deck, is why I've been playing it. And I have a few techs in here that also help against meta decks, so we'll go over them, I guess. So, start with Shaddolls. 2 Schemata is one of the best ones. Get you to pretty much any other doll you need. 2 Hedgehog, let you search. 2 Wendy, specials one from the deck. These are like the best doll monsters. And then for the one-ofs, you got Dragon for spell traps, Beast for the draw, Falco. A lot of people don't play Falco anymore, but he specials himself and he's really good when you get into like weird grind games. He's really good to keep you in the game. Ariel, this card's insane. If you're going first, you can do a combo where you end on Dragoon, Mechabo, Winda. If you open like Invocation, if you open like any way to get Alistair and a Light and a Shaddoll, which sounds like a lot, but it's pretty easy to do in this deck because it's your entire deck. And then 1 Kaios. This card is actually really bad, but he's a light target that you can search off of Hedgehog, so it's really nice if you don't have a light target to be able to search him. And I actually used his effect a couple of times to chain block. With his abilities, whenever he's sent to grave, you can discard a Shaddoll, not his cost, to increase all of your monsters' attack by that Shaddoll monster's level, which realistically doesn't come up that often, but you can use it to chain block, which is pretty cool.
Is there anything you would change with your ratios?
Ratios, I played with 3 Schemata for a little bit because I just wanted to see Schemata a lot, but other than that, no, I think this ratio's actually been working out pretty well for me. Sometimes I kind of want a second Beast because after the first turn, I kind of want another one, but usually this deck doesn't. You're usually either OTKing them or you're putting so much pressure on them that they don't make it past their second turn anyway, so I kind of like this Shaddoll ratio. Then you have, best normal summon, 3 Alistair. Card's still insane. And then for like, I guess all the tech cards, I guess. So I played one Denko. I was playing 2 for a little while. She's really good because she's light, obviously, and our locals has a lot. It's very trap heavy. So like game 1, they don't see the main deck Denko. You just, they have set 4, set 5. You just normal summon if they don't have the counter trap. Then you just proceed to kill them because they've already clogged their whole back row. And then main deck 3, light Jizukiru. He's a light, and he outs like all the really the big cards that you would have trouble with, like Dragoon, the Ignister Link, Herald, like all the really big monsters that your deck would actually struggle with. Sometimes it's good against Appaloosa and stuff too. And then Golden Lord. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. Sometimes I want to play 2 of it. But this is easily one of the best cards in the deck because you just send him and another Shaddoll when you're going second off Shaddoll Fusion. You do your entire plays, and then you can send your Magical Meltdown after you fully comboed and just get a free 3500 beater that puts a lot of pressure, and then you can use them as link material afterwards too. And then I do play the Dragoon package, so you got to play the bricks to go with them. I never draw both of them, but I definitely draw one of them like every other game. It kind of sucks, but Dragoon.
How often you just fuse into them with your other fusion spells?
I have not done that yet, unfortunately. I've been close, but I've not actually got a chance to do that yet. But Dragoon is literally just a lot of times you just bait all of their cards with the whole rest of your deck, and then you end on 2 monsters. You just make Dragoon, and after they've used all their negates, you just kill them with Dragoon because that card's insane. That's the monsters, spells, 3 Shaddoll Fusion. This is why this deck is I basically blind second. This is easily the best combo breaking card. One of the most broken spells in the game. 3 El Shaddoll. Sometimes it's a little much, but you need to see fusion spells. Like if you don't see fusion spells, you're not playing. So you need a fusion spell every game. So I try to max out on these. Double Super Poly in the main. I was playing 3 for a while, and I didn't like 3 because I found I was drawing too much Super Poly. But then playing these last couple of events, I kind of want to put it back to 3 because it's actually broken a lot of boards that I shouldn't have been able to break. So those are basically like the Shaddoll cards. 3 Meltdown and 2 Invocation and 1 Terraform. That's your Alistair package, basically. All of it's the Invoked engine is also pretty insane. The 1 Red Ice Fusion for Dragoon. And then play Foolish. This gets you basically any of your Shaddoll monsters that you need. In weird situations, you could actually dump Alistair. Like if you open the invocation and don't have the Alistair, you can dump him to actually make your invoke plays live. And he's really good with Golden Lord too, to be able to get him set up. A lot of times, to be honest, I use this as an MST. I use this to dump Dragon and use it as an MST. It happens a lot. The main deck Feather Duster. I was playing the two Dankos, but I wanted something that could actually like deal with spell traps that were already face up. Danko's cool with their face down, but if they have something face up, I need to be able to deal with it.
Was there any issues where something like Twin Twister would have been better?
Not really. A lot of times, like if they have Imperial Order, it's just I don't know. I never have Feather Duster when they have Importer, so it never really came up that Twin Twister would have been better. And then I played 2 Triple Tactics. This card is insane when you actually see it, but I've played like 3 events. Like the past 3 events, I have not seen this card once. So honestly, I'm probably gonna cut them. Probably for the 3rd poly, and I'm probably gonna play maybe the Lightning Strike Thunder King Kaiju. I just play the 2 Shaddoll traps. Schism is literally insane. This card just, you out cards, you can just make 3 windows, and this is also really important against cards like Imperial Order, because you can still make your plays under Imperial Order, and it helps you get to Construct. If you get to Construct, you can get to Dragon, that can help you out the Imperial Order. And this is really good. For turn 1, the combo where you can end on Mechaba, Winda, Dragoon, you need this trap for it. But also, later on in the games, you can just keep bringing your guys back, and it makes gives you a really good grind game. I do usually side this out though, like games 2 and 3. But if I'm going first, or if it's game 1, this card's actually really good. So that's it for the main deck. Extra deck, Gravity Controller to link off your construct to add your stuff back. Artemis, she's the best light target to link off Alistair for. I don't have room to play Secure Gardena and Almirage. And Anaconda, this card needs banned, but apparently we still have it, so I guess we'll deal with it for now. Then I play 3 construct. A lot of people only play 2, but in this build I see myself going through 3 construct a lot, and it's just really good. If you do end up in a grind game, you definitely want the 3rd one, and this card is so powerful. None of her effects are once per turn, so just being able to use her over and over and over is just crazy. Double Winda, this card's a floodgate. Most decks game 1 just can't beat this card, like unless they have the droplets, they usually just lose to it. And 1 app clone. This isn't like a Dogmatica variant or anything, so the 1 app clone is fine. A lot of times you don't even make it, because you're not dumping it off of any of the Dogmatica effects or anything, so it doesn't come up very often. When it does, it's not bad. That's it for
any other Shaddolls you've thought about playing?
I have thought about playing Shek. There's a lot of times where like Super Poly would come up with Shekanaga.
Like Earth Machine and such?
Yeah, like Earth Machine. It's good against Tri-Brigade too. Like, they have a lot of good Earth monsters you kind of want Super Poly. But honestly, I just don't have the room. Then for the Invoked fusions, 1 Mechaba, 1 Agodes. This card's insane. This card just outs. You can OTK with this card really easily. Kaliga. This doesn't come up as often, but when it does come up, Kaliga's actually insane. And then 1 Elysium. I gotta give shout out to Jinx for this one. This card is absolutely insane with Super Poly. It doesn't, and unlike the other ones, other fusions all require Alistair. This just requires an invoked monster, so you can use your other fusions with Super Poly to make this, which is really good. And this card basically, it's counted as all attributes, and you can banish a card you control and banish all monsters your opponents control with the same attribute. So if you banish itself, you can just banish all their monsters, and it's a quick effect. It's pretty crazy. I play the 1 Mud Dragon. I don't play Starving Venom, because Starving Venom's good against the all dark boards, but this is more versatile because you can make decks that aren't purely dark boards. You can still make this under them. And then the 1 Dragoon. This is basically my win con. Every game I try to make this because the card's just insane.
Is there any change for the upcoming meta?
No, honestly, no, probably not. I would like a second Mechaba sometimes, but that's really only when you get into grind games. The way I have this deck built, it's either all gas or just kind of get killed, so It's a little glass cannony, but it's been working for me pretty well so far.
No Raijin for the wind deck.
That's something I would consider. There is a bunch of wind targets, so I might consider Raijin in the future. But I guess I'll go to the side. One Pankratops. This card's insane. I don't need to talk about that. Just another. This is Lightning Strike Kaiju. This is just a 4th Kaiju, and it's another light. The Kaijus are so good against, because a lot of times you only need to kill one monster. It's not unless you're playing against something like PK, or I guess Sword Soul makes some bigger boards. But I mean, this deck is built to break combo decks, so I'm not really worried too much about combo. But just in case they are, I do have 3 Dark Ruler for the bigger combo decks that make like multiple negates. And then this is kind of like, you know, you can put in against combo or against spell trap decks. Pretty much the whole rest of my side is to kill spell trap decks. Double Twin, just more spell trap removal. It's good. This is good to chain against the importers and floodgates and stuff. This is something I was trying out. I'm probably going to take this out, but I was trying Secret Village because going first, like, you can make a board with a bunch of negates, but the problem is, like, Droplets is such a strong card, and Dark Lore and such, that it doesn't matter if you make multiple negates if you just all get shut off. But this stops all of those cards, and Winda and Dragoon are both spellcasters, so this protects them from the cards that they lose to. 3 evenly matched. This card's insane. Just enter battle phase, banish their entire board. It's just, this card's so good. And then the 1 reboot for trap decks too. Most of the time, you don't really care about cutting your life in half. You don't care about giving them an extra trap, because most of the time you're just going to kill them anyway.
Any updates for your side deck with Burst coming out?
Yeah, I'm going to cut the Secret Villages. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put in them. I don't know, maybe D-Barriers for going first. D-Barrier's pretty good against Sword Soul. It's literally, I don't know if you all noticed, but I don't play any hand traps. I just feel like there's hand traps that are great, but I hate drawing hand traps as my 6th card. Like, drawing Nib as a 6th card feels really bad. Drawing Ash as a 6th card feels really bad. But when cards like Kaijus and Super Polys, like, they're so much better going against boards anyway. But yeah.
Awesome. And that was Swirl with his Shaddoll Invoked deck profile. Like I said, he won both of our sneak peeks with it, going 8-0. I believe the other Matt tournament, that was the one you went X1 still. If you want to see more of our videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you can follow our Twitter. It's the same name as the channel. And we'll try to update with some more deck profiles. We're going to try to do some live duels possibly, and maybe some other cool Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Thanks for watching.